turns out Trump's sad, very sad. And according to a new report from the Washington Post, he needs a group of people to constantly follow him around and tell him how great he is. Now, we heard about this in the White House. Now that he's no longer in the White House and now that he's having difficulty adjusting to, being a lowly civilian, he needs some extra help, right? Adapting to this new lifestyle. From interviews with about 23 different Trump insiders, here's what we learned. Trump was surprised by how much his Secret Service detail and motorcade has shrunk. He no longer had use of a major aircraft. Air Force One was unavailable to him. And his company's Trump-emblazoned Boeing 757 was in the shop. Repairs that took years with delays that infuriated him. His living spaces were far smaller than the White House. And he was annoyed that his statements to the press were not getting much attention, four advisors said. Okay, let's just pause because having a normal life is he's supposed to be a billionaire, right? Mm-hmm. And look, I don't believe that he's actually a billionaire, but nonetheless, he's supposed to be wealthy, powerful, whatever, outside of being a president. But that's not good enough for him.
No, I love this story. Not just because it shows you how truly pathetic he is. I mean, probably the most pathetic guy in the entire country. But that he knows it. Like he lives that insecurity every day. He's so insecure that he needs hourly fake validation.
Yeah.
He needs someone following him around with trays of validation because he's so insecure.
Yes.
Because why is he that insecure? Because he knows who he is. He knows how pathetic he actually is.
Molly Michael, who actually served as Trump's assistant in the White House, said that on quiet days, she has called around Trump's network of allies across the country, requesting that they hit up the former president to boost his spirits with positive affirmations.
Oh my God, what are you, Stuart Smalley? You are good enough, okay.
Okay.
Gosh darn it, okay. By the way, you're not. Yeah, your insecurity is correct, ironically.
Apparently, he gets restless and just needs that companionship and that those affirmations.
Isn't he married?
Is he? I mean, on paper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't Melania? I mean, I heard they're like the happiest couple in the world.
No.
Isn't Melania always telling him how great he is?
She's too busy being best.
Okay, she's too busy planning on getting buried on another golf course of his.
Okay. Now, reporting from September also revealed that Trump has an aide who follows him around the golf course, reading positive news articles and social media posts about him, okay? Apparently, there is no senior aide living in Florida full time, with advisors flying in and out as needed. He has advisors flying in and out as needed, okay? Mostly to give him a little pat on the back and tell him it'll be all right, buddy, it'll be all right.
That's what his advisors do, what a sad job.
So David Urban, who's actually a longtime Trump advisor turned critic, said this, quote, he needs someone there to say, here's a really bad idea and this is why. I don't think he has that kind of crowd around him right now, nor does the president want anybody like that. But David, why are you saying this as if things have changed? I love how he's saying this as if when he was president though, he was surrounded by truth tellers and naysayers. No, this is who he was when he was in the White House, homeboy, you know it.
Guys, all of his top advisors know that he's a man-child, that he's a little sad little child who's like, I want somebody to tell me something nice about me, say something nice about me. And they all are like, oh yeah, sure, let's all serve the Mad King. And let's all tell the American people that he's like a strong figure, when we all know that he's pathetic and a ball of just a crying baby in the corner. And we have to fly in to say nice things about him, otherwise his fragile ego falls apart.
Several people close to Trump said there are only a few people who are willing to deliver any bad news left in his orbit. Political advisor Susan Wiles chief among them. His circle has shrunken considerably, with many of his longtime allies attempting to avoid dinner invites, and some even weighing roles with other 2024 candidates.
And now that one does not speak poorly of Trump. That one speaks poorly of his allies. Because every one of those guys, when he had power, showed up with bells on. Same exact guy, same exact actions, and they would fly in and go, "Oh yes, Mr. Commander-in-Chief, you're such a brave hero. You are standing up for the American people. Yeah, yes, of course you can nuke a hurricane. Of course the noise from wind causes cancer. Of course you should inject bleach into your lungs. Of course you're Commander-in-Chief. What a great, wonderful American." Now that he doesn't have power, they're like, "We're trying to avoid him. What a loser."
Yeah,
God, they're like the worst people on earth. They might be worse than Trump.
But I think that one can tell a lot about you based on the company you keep, no?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, one of the other things that Trump is struggling with is he wants the kind of press attention he got before. And so every once in a while, he'll be like, "Call the press pool, call the press pool." But you're not president, there is no press pool for you.
Isn't that amazing that he doesn't know that?
I summoned the press pool.
He doesn't know that.
Like, I love it, I love it.
Where's the press pool? They went home 2 years ago. There's a different president. He's like, "Yes, but why isn't anybody paying attention to me?" I mean, okay, fine, I get it, you're fragile, I get it. But how do you just not know that the press pool is for the president? You thought they just follow you around forever because you were such a genius and you had these pearls of wisdom that they couldn't wait?
Yes, he did think that.
He did. It's unbelievable how stupid he is.
Look, obviously he should take a lot of blame for having that kind of mindset, but he also intentionally surrounded himself with people who were constantly validating everything he was doing, saying, thinking. Come on. I mean, yeah, of course he's gonna think that. Now, a former aide said this through an interview with the Washington Post. "We had to explain to him that he didn't have a group standing around waiting for him anymore. Instead, they gathered the few reporters who happened to be reporting in Palm Beach," two people familiar with the matter said. So they just got a few local reporters together. They're like, "I don't know, he wants a press pool, but he's not president anymore. You guys, will you do the honor, please?"
Will you guys pretend that you're covering him when you're in town to cover a medical story or something along those lines? By the way, look at the cowards. Instead of saying, "Mr. President, you're a moron. You're an ex-president. The press pool doesn't exist anymore." They say, "Oh yeah," and they grab like a medical reporter and a traffic reporter and the eye in the sky and the Doppler 4000, and they bring it in. And they're like, "No, Mr. President, they still care a lot about you."
You brought out the Doppler 4000. Yes. Okay, he has patrons stand around at the golf course to applaud him as he walks in to have dinner, applaud him again when he leaves.
Just the definition of pathetic.
The appetite for attention hasn't waned, but that's where he gets it now. The networks don't carry his rallies. He doesn't get interviews anymore. He can't stand under the wing of Air Force One and gaggle with reporters for an hour. So patrons of Mar-a-Lago fill the void that's left behind by the press pool.
He likes to enter in spectacular fashion into the Mar-a-Lago dinner area during that time so that he can get applause, and then he'll stand up and leave so he can get another round of applause. And then he goes home thinking, "Oh, I was a good boy. I was a good boy. They still like me. They still like me." Okay, hilarious. All right, one last thing about it. You know how Anna mentioned, wasn't he pretending to be a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
So if he claimed that he had $10 billion. Now, remember he did the trading cards, the NFT thing, of course.
I remember. Sold out, by the way.
Yeah, sold out. Yeah, and he made like 4 million or whatever, something along those lines.
God.
And people are like, "Well, at least he made that." If you have $10 billion, why would you care about 4 million? Why would you humiliate yourself for 4 million or any amount of money, right? He doesn't have anything. That's why he buried his ex-wife on a golf course for a tax break, because he's still skimping around the edges trying to find nickels and dimes, because he's a two-bit con man. What's sad is, sure, it's super sad that a guy that hateful captured the imagination of a third of this country and became their prophet. But beyond the hateful, a guy that unintelligent and pathetic was the leader of about a third of this country. That's tough to recover from. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.
If it makes you feel any better, I have already put evac on alert. He's ready to go if it comes to that. General, I can assure you.
Hey, Chapo, let me into the war room to see you, so I had to hack my way onto this frequency.
This better be critical, Wheelie.
Sir, come on, when is it not, please? Okay, couple of things. I wanted low on the dough. I was thinking about taking a couple of months sick leave, maybe starting today. And oh yeah, I intercepted a transmission from Megatron.
Then send it through.
Yes, sir, right away, sir. And so I was so damn weird going on the other stuff.
This is your last warning, insects. Relinquish what remains of the Allspark.
So who's the insect? You? What?
The
Who's
other
the
ones cannot
insect?
protect you. They were defeated on our world, and we will defeat them here.
This was just a diversion. Security, please bring up. Ravage, he's already inside. Deeds! Give me an update on that reserve. Boss readiness. What was his name? What was it?
Evac, sir.
Right, evac.
She's right in front.
We are facing a heavy sustained attack. They appear to be after the Allspark aircraft. General Marshall! General! Need this immediately, General. Evacuate me. National security evacuate. Stand down. Check it out. This group that failed their mission operations. The amateurs for suicide mission.